Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is your boy Fitz TV here, aka Jalorn33, back with another video on the channel for you guys today. And today we are doing Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 102 full reaction and review, just like we do every month here on the channel. Hope you guys are doing well, man. So yeah, so we got the full chapter here a little bit early. Fully translated, so I didn't want to wait till Tuesday to get this out. It's a long holiday weekend, so I thought I would get you guys this a couple days early. Plus Tuesday I usually work, so it just made sense timing wise. But you know, if you guys have seen the spoilers videos I put out earlier last week and the draft pages, you guys already kind of know what to expect from this chapter. We just have the full chapter now with us. I'm not expecting this to be a super long review and reaction, but you guys know me. I say that and then we'll end up going a whole hour on this, but we'll see. But I'm excited. So yeah, so in manga chapter 101, we saw Goku return to Earth. The epilogue, as they're calling it, the epilogue of the superhero arc has begun, right? And we yet still, you know, at the beginning of this video, we still don't have any idea what the next arc is going to be. Toritaro or Toriyama have not announced what the new arc is going to be. If it's going to be a tournament arc, if it's going to be something with Black Frieza, we still don't know. We still don't know. So, you know, but we're still getting some awesome new content. As in this chapter, we get to see Goku, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks go to Beerus' planet, and we get to see the start of an epic showdown between U.I Goku and Beast Gohan. It's funny, you know, it's funny as we get into this, right? It's funny that they call this chapter, right, Goku versus Gohan, but really Goku versus Gohan doesn't begin till like the last 10 pages of the chapter, you know? It's like the whole chapter builds up to that, but we don't get it to the end of the chapter. So I'm like, if you're calling this chapter Son Goku versus Son Gohan, what's the next chapter going to be? Is it going to be like Son Goku versus Son Gohan part 2 or something? Like, you know, I don't know. But still, I find it ironic how Goku and Gohan doesn't start till late in the chapter, but that's the chapter's name. So, right, it's cool. We see it's cool to see Goku that's appear there, and he's like towering over them, right? Because he landed right on top of the truck, right? And then he's like, "Hey Gohan, you know that key was just now was incredible," and sorry, I had my recording interrupted, so I had to pause it for a sec. Where were we? We were right around chapter. Yeah, we were at page 2. Sorry. So I love how Goku's like standing over them. So, but anyway, you know, he's like, Goku, you know, your key right now was incredible. You know, and it's funny like how, you know, that's the first thing. Like I said, Goku has not been on Earth in who knows how long. So that's the end of the Mora arc. So some time has passed, right? The Granola arc and the superhero battle. So let's just take like at least a couple months, right? Goku's been off Earth, of course, training with Beerus and Vegeta and Whis and etc. and Broly. So first thing he does, like he says, "Hey guys, you know what's up?" And then, you know, he doesn't ask like, "Hey, like how's Chi-Chi? How's like everybody else?" You know, the first thing he's just like, you know, like, "Yeah, go on. Your key right now was incredible. Let's fight." You know, classic Goku. You know, their mind is always on fighting. You know, that's all that matters. So, right, Goku looks over at like Gohan, says, he's like, "This might not be the best place for it." Goku just says, "Hey, so let's go to Lord Beerus' planet. Then you can show it to me." Gohan's like, show it to you? What do you mean?" Goku's like, "Your technique, obviously. I want to see how strong you've become." And Gohan's like, "But in this outfit?" And Goku's like, "Well, in that case, hurry up and change. I'll be waiting." So it's like right there. I love how we have ads here in the middle of like the pages. But Goku's like, Goku's in the father mode, like right there. He's like, "You know what? Then go change, you know? Don't keep me waiting. I'm your father. Go change and hurry up. Let's go." Goku, who hasn't been on Earth in months, just pops up and without any questions, Gohan's like, "Oh, okay." You know, Goku just shows up. He's like, "Yeah, you know, oh, go on." Doesn't ask anything about like how Pan's doing or how anybody, how his wife is doing, right? Goku's just like, oh, Goku's like, pew pew, I'm here. Hey, go on, yeah, your power was great. Go get changed now. I'm your father. We're gonna go fight. Oh, all right, boom, all right. Funny stuff, man. That's hilarious. You know. Uh, So then Goku comes down and he's like, "Hey, go down to Trunks. What are you guys doing here? And then Goten's like, "Well, we actually came to the Big Brother's house to play," which I kind of sounds like a weird line. Of course, Goten and Trunks they're not gonna say like, "Hey, they were secretly working with the Red Ribbon Army or whatever," And of course, Goku's not gonna second guess it, of course, right? But it is kind of like a weird line of dialogue. Goten's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, we came here to play, like yeah." Well, but all right, sure, whatever. Whatever. But Goku's like, "All right, yeah, sure, well, you guys should tag along too. Come on." So then, right, we see Carmine and 15, they get into the car and they're trying to leave now, right? Because especially now that Goku's there, and plus Beast Gohan just scared the crap out of them. So they're trying to run away, but then Goku says, "Hey, go to Trunks, right? You guys get into the car," and then Gohan gets there as well, and we'll all go to Beerus's planet together. Instead, Goku could have easily just had all of them like just like put their hands on his back and transported them, but Goku's like, nah, you guys just all get in the truck and I'll teleport the truck with it. Whatever. So, right, so we see Gohan's back. He got a new pair of glasses and then he's in his, his classic gi. And Goku's like, that's fine. Get in the car too, Gohan. And then, they leave. This is funny, bro. Funny as hell. And they don't even realize that, Carmine and 15 are there. No idea, no questions asked. So we get back to Beerus' planet, right? So Beerus and Vegeta are just chilling, right? They're just watching as Broly, Chila and Lemmo are doing freaking yoga with Whis, right? Whis. The funniest thing here is just seeing Broly do yoga because, of course, Broly being on Planet Vampa all those years has probably no idea what yoga really is, so he's learning all these cool things. But it's just pretty funny to see. And then Goku just pops out of nowhere with everybody in a truck. Man, I love it. I love it. I don't know how Beerus just lounges around all day. So Goku's like, I brought them all here, right? You can see like the shocked faces of Goten and Trunks. So remember, this is their first time ever being on Beerus's planet, right? And Trunks is like, why are you here? I mean, Vegeta's like, Trunks, why are you here? And then Trunks is like, well, Goku brought us here. And of course, you have 15 and Carmine, who have absolutely zero clue what's going on. Like, I love how Carmine's like, the surroundings around us suddenly changed, but they have no idea they're actually on a whole different planet, thousands and thousands of miles away from the Earth. So Goku's comments like, I heard you were amazing, Gohan. And Gohan's like, yes, it was actually the Red Ribbon Army from before, And Goku's like, well, show it to me. Goku doesn't ask any questions about Cell Max or, how strong the Gammas was. Like, Goku doesn't care. Goku's just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck that. Show it to me. I want to see that power you showed before. I want to see now, right? Yeah, Goku's like, show it to me a little, and then let's spar with each other. Gohan's like, spar with you? And Goku's like, yeah, what's wrong? Doesn't sound like fun? It's been a while since we sparred. And Gohan's like, you're right. Thank you so much for the opportunity. So Beerus gets a little bit annoyed, right? Because, Beerus is like, Goku's just allowed to bring all these guys to his planet without permission, And then Whis is like, well, that's okay. You might actually see something interesting, right? So you see Goku and Gohan getting, warmed up, doing some quick stretches, right? So Goku's like, oh, what's with it? Was it like Super Saiyan 2, 3? And the Gohan's like, no, neither. It's called Beast. And I love looking. You got this cool it's like you got this cool crowd of like everybody watching. You got the Carmine and 15. You got what is it? You got Broly, who's never met Gohan or Goten and Trunks. Then you got of course Whis and Beerus and Vegeta. So you got a cool crowd, getting ready to witness this, very epic sparring battle. Um, and then we learned that Piccolo named it Beast. This is kind of cool. Remember in the superhero movie how when Piccolo goes orange for the first time, he doesn't even realize it. He realized his power got increased, but he didn't even notice that he had gotten bigger and his skin had turned a different color. So Gohan tells Piccolo hey, you need to name it, right? And then Piccolo's like, oh, I guess I'll do it the way you guys do with all your sane transformations. I'll call it Orange Piccolo. And then so it's kind of cool. We get to see we learned that Piccolo was the one that named Gohan's form Beast. So they needed some way to name it, make it make sense. So Goku's like, so can you go Beast at will? And Gohan says, I finally understand what you said about being ready to fight at any time, Father. Piccolo's son taught me some tips how to control it. So that's cool. So we get some actual growth from Gohan here, right? We've always seen in the past that whenever Gohan has gotten a power increase, he right afterwards he just goes back to being lazy, right? He goes back to just doing his scholar and not even training enough. Like he does have to, of course, Gohan doesn't have to train every day like Goku and Vegeta. No one ever expected him to be like that, but at least train to the point where when needed you don't need to relearn how to transform or relearn how to gain your power. Like we've seen it of course when Gohan first went Super Saiyan 2, right? After all those years in the Buu saga, Vegeta comments how Gohan had gotten weaker. Then of course after he gets Ultimate Gohan throughout the first part of Dragon Ball Super, Gohan doesn't really do much. And then even after the Tournament of Power, yes, in the manga Gohan does a little bit here and there, but still up until the superhero arc, Gohan would just keep going through the same cycle, gain a new great power and then lose it or forget how to do it because he's not training. He's so busy doing his scholar stuff. So it's cool to see now that Gohan's finally learning his lesson about how to always be ready for a fight because you never know when the next enemy is going to appear. And Goku and Vegeta are not always going to be there like in the Super arc. They're not always going to be on the planet just ready to go, right? Remember, in the superhero arc, Goku and Vegeta were so busy having a sparring battle with one another that they didn't even sense what was going on Earth. They didn't even sense Beast or Orange Piccolo or the Gamma power or the Cell Max power, or they would have gone down to Earth, right then and there. Instead, they were too busy having a sparring battle. So it seems like Gohan has finally learned, hey, I always have to be ready to fight in case you guys aren't around to, So it's good to see Gohan at least training here and there so he doesn't lose his fighting ability or his fighting sense. Really cool stuff. And I love how Goku's like, Piccolo, huh? Nothing less expected from your master. So even Goku's like, Piccolo's, is Gohan's master. Goku's trained Gohan and Goku has been Gohan's master at times in the series, mainly of course the Android saga, but Piccolo has been Gohan's true master since the start of DBZ. And Gohan's like, well, have you heard? Piccolo has also gotten incredible right now, right? So, and Goku's like, well, looks like Piccolo's the next guy I'm gonna spar with. I'm kind of like, why didn't we get Piccolo here? I think it would also made sense of Piccolo sense Gohan going beast on Earth, right? And then Goku's ki appearing. I think it would have made perfect sense just for Piccolo to fly over and be like, oh, I rushed over here because I sense your ki, Gohan, and I sense Goku back. And Piccolo to be there watching this battle. I think that would have been awesome as well. But, maybe they're saving, Piccolo for a little bit later on. But still, we still get Goku versus Gohan, which is amazing. But I wish Piccolo could have been here for this sparring battle. But yeah, Goku's like, Looks like everyone has evolved while we were out here. So then Vegeta's like, "Hey Trunks, tell me you played a role in this fight too, right?" Because Vegeta gets a little annoyed because he's hearing all about Gohan and Piccolo getting stronger, but we're not hearing much about Goten and Trunks. And so Vegeta's like, "Heh, so all this and what about my son, huh? Has my son gotten any stronger lately?" Uh. So Trunks is like, well, of course we played a big role, right, Goten? Yep. And I wish Papa could have seen it. Our combination attacks. And Gohan's like, your combination attacks. And Goten's like, yeah, because we're a duo. If we fight together, we can never lose to anyone. So Vegeta's like, Vegeta gets annoyed, and he basically's like, how about we let Gohan and the boys have a spar first? So Vegeta's like, before we get to the this big main event with Goku versus Gohan, let's have the boys spar first to make it interesting. And Goku's like, well, okay. Let's see if you could bring out Gohan's power before his fight with me. Because, of course, Goku just wants to see the beast form, right? Goku wants to see, Gohan at his full strength. Goku doesn't care about that ultimate or Super Saiyan or that, right? So yeah, Goku just wants to see the beast form. So let's get a little warm up in, and it makes sense also. Gohan hasn't probably fought in a little bit, so he gets to warm up a little bit before going all out with his dad. But then Goten's like, I'm gonna fight my big brother. Remember, but I don't know why that should surprise Goten. We all know Goten and Gohan fought all the time, before the Buu saga. Back when Goku was dead, but maybe so. I'm guessing Goten and Gohan haven't fought in a very long time, but still. So yeah, so they plan to do a 2v1, because they both know how strong Gohan actually is. Mm-hmm. Gohan's like, you guys have a lot of confidence, don't you? So we see, I love it. It's this nice little small detail. Goku walks off. Gohan throws his glasses off. Right. So Broly's like, who are these guys? Because it was funny, right? They just showed up, and there's no no greeting. Like Goten and Trunks don't even greet Beerus and Whis. Or even Broly, they don't even ask any questions. They're like, cool, who are these guys? They just get straight into the fighting. But Whis says these are Goku and Vegeta's sons. In other words, those three also have same blood flowing through their veins, which catches Broly's attentions. Right. So you get to see, Goku cheering them on, and Vegeta's, intense, focus to see, what Trunks is gonna do. Of course, we have Carmine and 15. You completely forget that they're there as well, still hiding in the car. I love how Carmine's like, let's stay put for a while, bitch. Where are you gonna go? Well, in fairness, they have no idea that they're on another planet, but still, it's like, you ain't going anywhere. And I love how Trunks is then Trunks is like, oh man, keep the camera rolling, please. And 15's like, of course. Goku's like, all right, get it started. So you see, they put on their Saiyaman helmets, and they come flying after Gohan. One thing that is important to note is Goten and Trunks don't have as much battle experience as anybody else here, outside of probably Broly, because of course, whenever there's a big battle, Goten and Trunks are never there. They weren't there for the end of the battle with Majin Buu. They're on the sidelines for Beerus and Golden Frieza. They were same thing with the battle against Hit. They didn't do anything against Goku Black. They weren't in the tournament of power. They were protecting 17's island in the Mor arc, right? So the superhero arc was their first big battle in a really long time. So they don't have the level of experience as the others at all. So they tend to don't take battles as serious. They look at these battles a lot more as just fun instead of super intense battles like Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and the others are usually in. So they come flying. Gohan goes into Super Saiyan, right? Goku's like, all right, starting off with Super Saiyan, and for the most part, Goten goes for no, Trunks goes in for a right hand. Goten tries to hit Gohan with a kick from behind, but Gohan's able to dodge it pretty easily, right? They go for one of their cycle style tornado moves. Remember, we saw them do this against, I believe it was Cellmax last arc. So it is a pretty good technique, but it doesn't really have much impact on Gohan. Gohan's is able to dodge just by jumping up into the air, right? You can start to see Goku and Vegeta, especially Vegeta, get annoyed here, right? Goku comments those boys to make too many unnecessary movements, which of course making unnecessary movements is an easy way to waste your stamina quick. So Gohan's like, don't cover your head. It only makes it hard to see your opponent. But you go to Trunks, but it makes the costume look cool. So you can see, right, that inexperience come into play. Goten and Trunks aren't really taking this, serious. They care about more of a show and looking cool than actually, focusing on, mastering and using their power to its most effective state. So Goten and Trunks are finally like, let's fight normally. So they take off their helmets. They go Super Saiyan, right? It is cool to know right here, Goten's hair looks very, very similar to how Gohan's did when he was a teen during the Cell Saga. The only thing is, Goten has longer hair than Gohan did as a teenager. But if I was to cover this up right there, Goten would look exactly like Teen Gohan in the Cell Saga as a Super Saiyan. So Broly commented he sees Goten and Trunks go Super Saiyan. He's seen Goku and Vegeta go Super Saiyan easily. And we know Broly can go Super Saiyan, but only when he's enraged. And right, that's one of the things that Broly's trying to learn. How to, go Super Saiyan. How to go Super Saiyan without, going into a rage at the same time. And learning how to control that power, doing at will. So Broly's asked his Whis, like, can everyone turn Super Saiyan at will? And Whis is like, that seems to be the case with most of the Saiyans on Earth. And Broly's like, I see. So I think this is also key because Broly has seen Goku and Vegeta go Super Saiyan, and that's the only two Saiyans he knew about up until this point. Now he knows Gohan and Goten and Trunks. I think now for Broly, right? Broly's now gonna learn Broly's gonna learn just from watching this battle, right? Now seeing other Saiyans that can go Super Saiyan as well, and seeing how they use their power without falling to a rage, that's going to help Broly in his growth going forward in the manga. So, we see that, now they're pushing Gohan back a little bit more, as now they're not, trying to do cool superhero moves. They're actually fighting, like normal warriors. So you see, they're putting some pressure on Gohan. It's 2-on-1, 2 Super Saiyans against 1. So, they're throwing some kicks and some punches. Gohan's dodging, Gohan's guarding against them pretty effectively. They throw a ki blast at Gohan. Gohan dodges it pretty easily. Then Trunks tries to go for a sledgehammer, but Gohan dodges it again. But that we see Goten and Trunks, then they increase their speed at Gohan. And you can see they're about to fly. Gohan's about to land into one of Beerus' trees. But Gohan, in the nick of time, is able to ascend up the tree. Then he gets chased by Goten and Trunks. But then this is something that Goku would do, right? Gohan grabs onto one of the limbs of the tree and then does a gymnastic move backwards, which, then he's able to hit Trunks with a kick, right? And then Goten tries to sneak up on Gohan from behind, but Gohan sees it, and then he's able to hit Goten with a punch. Then he fires off 2 ki blasts at both Goten and Trunks. But it seems like Goten and Trunks have learned how to do the after image technique, if I'm right. This is because yeah, this is the after image technique because you could see the blast goes right through them, which would have killed them, but it was because they were able to do the after image. So then from behind they do a double kick, go for a double kick on Gohan. Gohan is barely able to dodge it. So you can see Goten and Trunks when they're fighting seriously, they actually have they're actually pretty good. So Goten and Trunks, we know the potential's there, right? We know that the potential's there. It's just that they're not given the opportunity much, and plus they don't train to the same level as Goku and Vegeta and now Gohan and the others. So if Goten and Trunks were to actually take their training seriously, they could. Who knows how strong they can get? We've seen. I'm sure you guys all know like the Dragon Ball Kakami story. It's probably the best Dragon Ball fan manga out there right now, easily by far. The level of detail and the way that story is being told is amazing. Right, in that story, you see Goten and Trunks actually train with Whis for the upcoming war, and they get all the way to the level of Super Saiyan God. That's what we want for Goten and Trunks. We're not expecting them to be, and same thing with Gohan, which Gohan has now gotten to that level. But when it comes to like, especially Goten and Trunks, right, we know the potential is there, and we just want to see them be respectable. We're not expecting them to be stronger than Goku and Vegeta. They're always going to be the stars of the show. But we just want to see Goten and Trunks get to the level where, they're respectable, right? Instead of this always being looked at as jokes or not being involved, especially now that we finally were able to finally get them aged up to teenagers, right? Now that they're actually at teenage age, we want to see Goten and Trunks, get to new levels. And finally take their power seriously and actually be used more in the story, especially if we all know when you look at Dragon Ball Super, if we were to say, and as much as I love Dragon Ball and I love Dragon Ball Super, if we were to say what's the biggest what's the biggest disappointment of Dragon Ball Super, I would probably say the use of Goten and Trunks easily. Almost every member of the main cast outside of probably Yamcha, at least contributes throughout Dragon Ball Super. Even in the manga as well, even in the Moro arc where everybody had a role outside of pretty much Goten and Trunks. Goten and Trunks have been the two characters that have not been used enough throughout the manga. And we've been, and they haven't done anything up until the Super arc since the Buu saga. We just want Goten and Trunks to be involved here and there and actually be respectable. Because we know the potential is there. I want to see Goten and Trunks get Super Saiyan 2, get Super Saiyan 3. I don't know if they'll ever get to like God level, but, the potential is really, really there. And I know in Dragon Ball Super, Goten and Trunks are like best friends, right? So they're always probably going to be kind of joint at the hip. I don't know that there ever going to be a day where Goten becomes stronger than Trunks or Trunks becomes stronger than Goten, right? They're always linked. Like everything they do is pretty much together. But still, I just want to see them, slowly move up. That's all. And that's what's cool about this chapter. Of course, you may read the chapter, you'll just like, oh, I want this Goku and Gohan. And yes, that's the dream fight, right? But, it's really cool to see Goten and Trunks here, actually kind of hold their, give Gohan a little bit of trouble here, Of course, no one was expecting Goten and Trunks to beat Gohan at all. But still, just seeing them, pressure him and use effective moves, right? Like use the after image here and then hit Goten or, almost hit Gohan with a kick here. Really, really good stuff. That's good stuff, and that's all I want. Goten and Trunks to be respectable. That's all. Hopefully, no matter where this epilogue takes us, hopefully this leads no matter into the next arc or whatever's planned, that it just leads to Goten and Trunks be taken a little more seriously and actually starting to, level up their power. Because the potential is there for so much fun with them. So much you can do with them. And that's all we want. So hopefully, this is just the start of Goten and Trunks' growth. I know I went on a little bit of a speech there, but, I'm passionate when it comes to Goten and Trunks. I want to see them used more in the series. So Gohan's like, I could see you've been training. I always thought you guys were just playing around. So you see, even Gohan says, I always thought you guys were just, playing around. But you can see Goten and Trunks as they're getting a little bit older now. It's, actually training a little bit more. It would be cool to see them training more with Goku and Vegeta here and there. But, the fact that we know that they have been training a little bit along with Gohan, basically all of the Z fighters are now training more and more. That's cool to see. That's cool to see. And it tells me that something big has to be getting set up soon for all these characters. But then Goten's like, heroes have to be strong, because then Trunks is like, that's because there are people I want to protect. So that's very similar to what Gohan says. Gohan's main reason the fighting is because he wants to protect his family, protect Pan, protect Videl, right? Protect his loved ones. Goku and Vegeta fight because they want to win and they want to become stronger and stronger every single day, right? To improve themselves. But it's nice to know that Goten and Trunks have a reason, and Gohan all have similar reasons for, why they fight. And what's cool is Gohan can relate to that because Gohan was right once in high school as well. Gohan was in high school and he was the great Saiyaman at one time. So to see Gohan kind of, see those similarities with Trunks, really, really cool. Really, really cool stuff. Because Gohan was the Saiyaman once and he wanted to protect people, be a hero of justice. And now Trunks, now wants to be a hero of justice as well. So that's cool. So to see the reasons that Gohan and Goten and Trunks fight, it's cool. And it's all the same stuff. They all fight for the same reason. I also, another quick note here is like, I miss Future Trunks so much. So like when I see this panel, it's like it's a little bit weird to me to see Trunks smaller than Gohan, but like I gotta remind myself that this is not even Kid Trunks anymore. This is just Trunks. Sorry, that this teenage Trunks now from the main timeline. You know, it's a little bit weird to see Trunks a little bit like skinnier, a little bit smaller. But of course, we know that future Trunks is future Trunks. He's from the future. This is present day Trunks now as a teenager. So when I look at it, I look at the scale and I'm like, huh. It's a little bit weird to see Trunks so skinny. But yeah. So they continue their sparring battle, right? So Gohan kind of throws Trunks down, and then Goten comes flying at Gohan, but Gohan grabs Goten by the leg and throws him down as well. And then we see Gohan go into his ultimate form, ultimate Gohan. It's not Mystic Gohan, it's Ultimate Gohan. So Gohan kind of concurs, like, count me in that too, right? Because like I just said, Gohan has the same reasons for training because he has people that he wants to protect, right? So Gohan goes ultimate and who was it? Goten's like, transforming the ultimate is cheating. And Gohan's like, wait, what's what? Wait, he's like, what? What's ultimate? And Goten's like, it's the name of that transformation. We didn't know what to call it for a long time, so we came up with one ourselves, right? And Gohan's like, I don't really get it. And then Goten's like, what? Why? Isn't it cool? So, remember, for years, we've always called Ultimate Gohan like Potential Unleashed. Same thing with Piccolo, right? The fandom's always called it Ultimate Gohan, Potential Unleashed Gohan. Some people called him Mystic Gohan, right? But we finally get an official name for it, and Goten and Trunks are the ones that name it. They're the ones that call it Ultimate, So I love it. And I'll give Goten credit. It is cool, but I love how Goten's like, I don't really get it. Like, what about this transformation to Ultimate? I have a form above that, but still, it is kind of cool. I like it. I love how they give a reason for Gohan being called Ultimate Gohan. So then, of course, Trunks suggests to Goten anyway Trunks suggests to Goten that they should fuse, right? Um, that they should do fusion, and Gohan's like, fusion? Did you guys fail before? And then Trunks was like, yeah, but we practiced after that. We won't fail now. And then he makes sure to tell 15 like, hey, you better get this on video. So you're thinking, right? You see them doing fusion, and Goku's like, oh, they remember how to do it. But of course, you think that they're gonna get it right. But you notice here that they don't zoom in on them messing up on the fingers. You just see it just by looking at it, right? You could tell that they messed up just slightly, and it looks like Trunks was the one that messed up, but we see, right, everybody's watching, and you think, we're gonna get this huge reveal of, Teen Gotenks, finally, something that we've all been wanting for years. But no, you get Fat Gotenks. Fat Gotenks is here. Nice. And Goku, I love how Goku's like, damn, they failed. And then Vegeta's like annoyed at it as well, and so is Gohan. You know? And it's clear to me from a story perspective why this is happening. They are saving the reveal for Teen Gotenks for a better time. I don't know if that's gonna be the next arc. That's why I keep thinking that this has to be leading to something big. The fact that they're all on Beerus' planet, they're all involved in the story again, right? The fact that because they could have easily had revealed Teen Gotenks right here, but they didn't want to do it for the fact, um, they easily could have done just gave you Gotenks right here. But it's clear that they want to save that for a bigger moment later on, whenever that's gonna be. So we will get Teen Gotenks in Dragon Ball Super at some point. There's no way they would be keeping us from seeing this, for so long. But we get we get Fat Gotenks. Uh, Love it. He's like, ink. Why this again? So they didn't realize they messed up with the fingers. And then Gotenks like, damn it, I've got no choice but to go with this. And he comes flying at Gohan, and Gohan beats him with one kick. And he lands into the tree and falls. And that's that. And then you see Gohan, he goes back into his base form, right? You can tell because of the chains in his hair. And that's the end of their fight. And Vegeta's like, what a waste of time. So Vegeta's like, damn, Trunks talked all that, got us all excited just to, fail like that. And Goku's like, well, it's my turn, So Goku walks over, now ready to fight his son. And they do the classic Japanese bow. I love that. That's such a small detail, but I love that. And I love and then Gotenks is like, hey, can you please delete the footage where I lost? And 15's like, sure. But he's actually not planning on deleting that footage. So Goku goes into Ultra Instinct Silver, right? I have a whole video, guys. I have a whole video coming out this week. Depending on when you guys are watching this, I have a full video coming out this week breaking down all of Goku's Ultra Instinct power up until this point in the show. Depending on what happens in the next chapter and future manga chapters or arcs or whatever they have planned, I will update that video. But I have a full video breaking down Goku's Ultra Instinct power and which form is his strongest. And spoiler alert, this is the strongest version of Ultra Instinct Goku. It's not true UI. It's Silver Hair UI. That's the strongest form Goku has right now. Just breaking that down. So yeah, so we get to see Goku UI looking awesome, looking clean as usual. So Gotenks is like, that must be Ultra Instinct. So remember, Goten and Trunks have never seen Ultra Instinct before, right? Because they weren't there for the Tournament of Power. They weren't there for the More arc, right? So they've never seen Ultra Instinct. This is their first time actually see it. Um, so Goku's like, let's not waste time and kick into our final forms, you know, and I love that because Goku is usually the guy who never goes full power at the start. He usually is like, hey, he likes to test his abilities, and I'm willing to bet if Goten and Trunks didn't face Gohan first, Goku would have slowly tested Goku's power by going through like the Super Saiyan transformations, you know. But I liked how they did in this chapter by having Goten and Trunks fight instead of Goku, because it was cool to see that Goten and Trunks have been training and they actually have gotten a little bit stronger. And like I said earlier, I hope that means that for the future of the show, Goten and Trunks will have more of a role and we'll actually start to get to see them grow in future battles and future arcs. Excuse me. So, but yeah, I love how Goku's like, yeah, I've already seen, I've already seen you in Super Saiyan and Ultimate. I want to see Beast go full power. Let's not waste time. Let's go. Let's get this going. So Beerus mentions that Goku's current Ultra Instinct is the strongest technique, right? And he seems like it. So the two things to note here is this could be taken probably one of two ways. Either Beerus is saying that that Goku's Ultra Instinct is the strongest out of everybody's power, like talking about Ultra Ego, Broly at full power, and everybody. But they're about to see, of course, Beast Gohan for the first time. But Beerus could just be saying here, like, oh, Goku's Ultra Instinct is the strongest out of all the techniques right now. Or he could be saying that Goku's current Ultra Instinct is the strongest version of Ultra Instinct Goku that we've seen up until this point. Because Beerus has seen Goku's Ultra Instinct against Jiren and against Moro, right? And he's seen, based off training, that Goku's done on Beerus' planet. He wasn't there, of course, for the Granola arc, or for the battle with Granola and Gas, but he knows, how strong Goku actually is. So you could take it either way, in my opinion. It's not really clear. Maybe Beerus is saying, oh, Goku's, Ultra Instinct is the strongest technique out of all the Z fighters, up until, of course, they see Beast. But we don't know. We'll have to wait for manga chapter 103 to get that answer. So we see Gohan. Gohan closes his eyes, and then he goes Beast. This is very similar to how he did in the movie. It's almost like a replica of how your CAC in Xenoverse would transform into Beast, right? Very, very similar stuff. So I love how like the start of the transformation is like Goku going to UI, right? But then it changes once his eyes, because it's like his mind and his body is like, all right, let's go Beast mode. Like he's about to unleash, and of course like you could see it, boom, awesome stuff. You see how his hair just grows out of nowhere, and he's fully in Beast mode, and you get this amazing panel. So you get this cool panel of Goku going UI, right? But you get an even sicker panel of now Gohan fully in Beast. Awesome panel. And the reaction of Goku and Vegeta's is cool. Goku's like, damn, like what? That's one hell of a key storm. And Vegeta's like, this is Beast, right? And I'm not gonna lie, part of me wishes we were getting Beast Gohan versus Ultra Ego Vegeta first before UI Goku, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna complain. Either way, we're getting a dream battle here, But yeah, you see we get Gohan here in Beast form, looking absolutely amazing, right? You can see Carmine in 15. He's back to that earlier look, and they're still filming, but they're not going to be able to really film much. But it doesn't really matter if they film, because on the film, it doesn't give you it's not like they can go back with samples of Goku and Gohan's power. All they can do is just film. It doesn't, you know what I mean? So I don't know if they plan to go make more androids that are even stronger than Gohan and Goku now. I don't know how you can if you don't have any samples. You can have all the footage you want, but if you don't have a sample of their actual power, the footage is pretty useless, but whatever. Maybe I'm just overstating. Anyway, so uh you could see Whis is like, didn't I tell you you might see something interesting? You see Broly. Broly's in complete shock because first of all, he's never seen Gohan. This is the first time he's ever met Gohan. And then he's like, what the hell is this? This power is incredible. And he gets, but Whis is like, yeah, didn't I tell you might see something interesting? Because this is both Beerus and Whis' first time seeing Beast. But you can see Beerus is like, interesting. So you see Goku and Gohan are ready to go. Vegeta's gulping with excitement, right? Because Vegeta's like, all right. Because Vegeta knows how strong Goku's UI is, And we don't know. We would assume that Goku's UI is stronger than Vegeta's Ultra Ego right now, especially based on what we just saw in the Granola arc. But anyway, Vegeta has a pretty good idea of how strong Goku is with Ultra Instinct. But this is his first time seeing, Beast Gohan for himself, and you could see that it's something. So Vegeta is gulping with excitement. As a Saiyan, Vegeta's super wicked excited to see how this battle is going to turn out. So you see they go flying at one another, right? Vegeta is one of the only ones that can actually see see them trading blows. Because they're Goku and Gohan are moving way too quick for Chilai and Lemo and Carmine and 15, but Beerus, Whis, and Vegeta should be able to see and track Goku and Gohan's movements, and probably Broly as well. So you see them clashing, right? And it's causing an earthquake based on Beerus's planet. As you can see, Carmine and 15's truck goes flying, but Gotenks is able to save them. Same thing with Chilai and Lemo. Lemo was about to go flying, but Beerus is able to save, or Broly's able to save them as well. So you can see this one clash, the earthquake it was causing on the planet. You see Gohan hits Goku with a kick that Goku's able to guard against pretty easily. So you see, and like I said, Vegeta's like one of the only ones that can actually track their movements. So as they're trading blows, they're moving at super high speeds. Beerus tells Whis, hey, can you put up a barrier so, to protect us and keep us from flying? But as you can see, everything around them is being destroyed because of Goku and Gohan's immense power, right? So you could just look how freaking look how fast they're moving all across. You can see it's causing the water to rise. It's causing the trees to blow at super high speeds. You can see all of the dust that's being coming off the ground because of how powerful these two are. And then you see Goku and Beast Gohan go back to the ground. I mean, it looks like we don't have the last page of the chapter, but the last page of the chapter was just basically Goku telling Gohan, like, all right, let's keep this going. And Beerus gets annoyed because Beerus is like, look at what these two Saiyans are doing to my planet. As you can see, like, Beerus' planet is slowly getting destroyed because of their battle. But, of course, we should be able to fix it afterwards. So, yeah. So that is the end of the chapter. So it's a good chapter. It's a very, very good chapter. It's a very exciting chapter. It's action packed, and we get to see Goten and Trunks actually do pretty well against Gohan. No one was expecting them to win, but the fact that they're able to hold their own and they actually do some cool moves like an after image technique and some cool combo moves, you can see that when they finally actually fight seriously, they're pretty powerful. Like I said before, they're not on the level of Goku and Vegeta and Gohan, but hopefully, right? Hopefully, them being there and now watching this battle with Goku and Gohan is gonna motivate them to get even stronger and make them want to start reaching new levels of power, and maybe even one day be able to challenge Goku and Vegeta. So And then of course we get to the end of the chapter. Goku, Goku and Gohan are now, they're trading blows. And now we get the start of this dream match between Goku and Gohan. I'm not gonna lie, part of me wishes we were getting Gohan versus Ultra Eagle Vegeta. That's the fight I want to see personally. But either way, I'm gonna enjoy what we're getting, because this is a dream fight. And just in the first couple pages alone, it's hype, right? Of course, this panel is already one of my favorite panels in all of the Dragon Ball Super manga. Just seeing UI and Beast actually clashing, like it's not no longer a dream fight, it's an actual legit fight that's happening, right? I love it. I love it. And now you see them trading blows, and you can see just the class of their power is causing a dead as a whole earthquake on Beerus's planet, which is so cool to see. We've never seen that before. So it just shows that these two are on such a insane level of power compared to everybody else, outside of course Vegeta. But I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And it sets the stage like, all right, chapter 102 is the start of this battle, but in chapter 103 it's going to get, brought to new heights. Of course, we don't know if there's going to be an interruption, right? If maybe something's going on with Black Frieza, or if, something else happens, maybe Bulma calls him back, or maybe something else happens somewhere else in the universe. I'm really hoping this fight doesn't get interrupted, but the stage is set for an absolute epic class of epic proportions in chapter 103. We might be in we might be prepared, being prepared for one of the best fights we've ever seen in the Dragon Ball Super manga with Goku and Gohan in chapter 103. Like I said, I don't know who's gonna win. I think Goku should win, but if you're asking me who probably will win from a story perspective, they might have Gohan take the victory here. But like I said, I'm gonna just sit back and wait and see what happens, just like everybody else. But there's tons to talk about. Let me know in the comment section what was your favorite part of the chapter. Of course, mine's was this panel between UI Goku and Beast Gohan. Is awesome. I absolutely love it. Um, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us for chapter 103. But we'll just have to wait and see. There was tons of epic moments. Ultimate Gohan, Goten and Trunks versus Gohan, like pretty cool stuff. But of course, nothing's better than seeing UI Goku and Beast Gohan actually trading blows in this chapter. But like I said, we'll just have to wait and see for manga chapter 103, and then yeah, we'll just have to take it from there. But let me know in the comment section what your guys' thoughts on chapter 102 was. What was your favorite moment, and what are your predictions for manga chapter 103? How do you guys see this fight unfolding? Will Goku win? Will Gohan win? Will it be a draw? Will the fight get interrupted? We'll see. You never know. Maybe Whis comes in and says, oh, the fight, we got to stop this because the damage that happens to that because of the damage happening on Gohan's or on Beerus's planet. Who knows? But either way, I'm excited for the next chapter. You know. Other than that, let me leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. Comment down below. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Hit the bell right next to my name, Fitz TV, so you guys are notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys for the love and support. I will see you guys later. Stay safe and healthy, y'all. Peace.